Trump tonight marking 100 days in office. You're taking a live look from Michigan, where President Trump is set to deliver his 100th day achievement speech. During his time in office, he's made a bunch of decisions surrounding the economy, many of those having lasting impacts.
We're quickly approaching the point where the tariffs are going to start impacting consumer prices, and at that point, I think we're going to see consumption drop off pretty significantly.
That sentiment coming as consumer confidence hits a 5-year decline. According to the Consumer Confidence Board, the index fell by 7.9 points last month to 86. That's a level we haven't seen since the COVID-19 pandemic. Officials saying consumers' economic expectations are driving the numbers. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Sophia Pullman.
And I'm Rod Fowler with the new report there. It begs the question whether more families are keeping a close eye on their spending. We're tackling several ends of the president's first 100 days in office through team coverage. Annie Elming breaks down the thoughts many in our community have on the president's performance. But first, Emma Norwood joins us live with how families are steering through economic uncertainty. Emma.
Thanks, Rod. I got to speak with an economic professor about the overall state of things and a local father about how he is managing his money after a 100-day preview of the next 4 years.
As President Donald Trump marks his 100th day in office, more and more families are concerned for their wallets. According to a report released Tuesday, consumer confidence is at its lowest since May of 2020. I spoke with Edward Ballestieri, an economics professor at UNL, who says people are worried about the impact of tariffs.
I think that consumers right now are as with the rest of the economy, there's a lot of uncertainty. I think there's a lot of durable purchases that consumers are pulling up front to try to avoid the tariffs. If you look at the consumption data and even the import data, it's surging. And that really is sort of in an effort to avoid substantial tariffs when they hit.
One of the biggest concerns on consumers' minds is grocery prices. Ballestieri says this is no surprise.
As far as grocery store prices, the tariffs are not going to help. But I think the overall impact is going to be that we're going to see higher prices for a longer stint. At that point, I think we're going to see consumption drop off pretty significantly.
One Lincoln man, Richard Harris, tells me he's worried about the price increases, but hopeful for the future.
Yes, I've seen a big jump in prices, but to fix prices, it takes time to fix stuff like that. One person just can't do it just right off the bat. Last year was the first time I ever used a coupon, and yes, you can save a lot from it, but sometimes it's hard to find those deals.
And Harris says no matter what happens, he is encouraging everyone to be optimistic. For now, reporting live in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.